And practice. So now we're going to continue the teaching followed by yesterday. Nadalanda Zembe Kandanze, Origin Rumboje, La Zorwande, Dorje Janjin, the Lonarodam, Abamala, Jagamboba, Pamojaba, Jarvan Digombe, Kajulama Namla Zorwande Romen Jeje Yenje Bodane Te Son Zanje Genje Ngonye Ranzen Jige Ngonzon Donzebe Save Lama Namla Zorwande. Supplication to the Guru and lineage teachers. And now we mind generation, so create a good intention. I'm going to receive this Dzogchen instruction, and I wanted to reach enlightenment and wanted to help liberate many other beings. So create a good intention with your mind. Then teaching, so followed by yesterday. Yesterday we finished here is the resting in on utterly natural state of awareness. Today is when you are maintaining that state. Can you see that? Page, I think.
It's page
9. Has it? Page 9. When you are maintaining that state, it's page 9. So then, yesterday, we introducing the nature ripa. So introducing, when you meditate, we say we have to look into our own mind directly, nakedly, and then resting in that state. So meditation can go, little stages, followed by stages. You can apply first mindful meditation, and then shamatha using some supports, breath, and then, no using any objects. Go to, without any supports, mind just being there presently, and then go into, looking into itself. It's the Dzogchen meditation. It's called mind look into itself. So called nakedly. Nakedly means like without a thought. No create like any conceptual, subject and object. Look into itself. So then you can see your own mind. And that's the core introducing natural mind. Yesterday we talked a lot about that. And then so knowing the natural mind, this is not only enough, right? So we have to, put effort, meditate, cultivate. So there, in the supplication Tara prayer also mentioned like the mind, this the absolute true Buddha nature mind is very hard to seeing, recognize. Even seeing, so we have to familiarity and practice, meditate. Without practice, meditate, so we are lost in unwholesome worldly activity. Yeah, so we lost unwholesome worldly activities. Like generally, we lost in samsara. Beginningless time until now, we lost. So in this Dzogchen idea, we lost on any moments. So when your mind created deluded, subject and object, then we lost in samsara. So then when we are not lost, it's into its own true nature state. In that moment, we are not lost. And all the times we lost it. So we can go into this absolute true nature state is any moment, apply mindful awareness. So mindful awareness, we have to recognize I'm lost. And then, locate to in the mind, go into the nature. If you stay like 5 minutes in the nature, the 5 minutes you're not lost. So this within 5 minutes you can become Buddha. And then go, deluded again, we lost. So that's the, this Dzogchen teaching go to more subtle level. Not actually talking about like we lost or some bodily activities. I'm beginning to enter. No, it's like any moment we, when we have these conceptual thoughts, when we have delusion thoughts, we lost in samsara. So that's the reason Dzogchen, the Mahamudra, the key is, recognition. We lost recognition. Even thoughts comes, we have to recognize. When afflictive emotions arising, we have to recognize. So that's why without recognition, even you have knowing the this true nature Ripa, when you read teaching, receive teaching, you understand, true nature Ripa. But without recognition, then we always lost again and again in the samsara. So that's why we need mindful awareness, recognition. Recognition is like when thoughts arising, we have to recognize. When emotions arising, we have to recognize. So when we have delusions, any anger, this something, worldly emotion, some afflictive into the mind, we have to recognize. So then recognition also, that's not enough, so we have to liberate. Liberation is important. So recognition is they say like you have to recognize same as your friends, someone, like when you see the person, you momently recognize. So the same like that, when thoughts are rising, we momently have to recognize thoughts rising. And then it is difficult to understand our own minds, Buddha's mind. It's very hard to know is our own mind's Buddha's mind. Not easy. Because the reason is we have so much, already karmic imprint habituated, these delusions are so strong already. So that's why very hard to know. Then very difficult to understand. Then that's the reason we have to put a practice, meditate, maintaining. Then when we maintaining, recognize, and we have to liberation. So liberation, if we don't liberate thoughts, afflictive emotions, then thoughts, afflictive emotion going to, control us. And we go back to become same as ordinary people. Ordinary people means like someone didn't have any instructions, teachings. So why that problem issues, because even we know the true mind nature, even you recognize thoughts, afflictive emotions, if we don't liberate thoughts, afflictive emotions, then thoughts, afflictive emotions control us. We have go back to ordinary again. So that's why thoughts, afflictive emotions are rising. Another key is have to liberate. How to liberate that thoughts, afflictive emotions, liberation? Liberating is, we don't need to apply something antidote for that. You cannot apply anything solution for thoughts, afflictive emotions. As long as you looking something solution for your anger, or your thoughts, then you're rejecting thoughts, afflictive emotions. You're rejecting, you stop the, causes of wisdom. So you're rejecting causes of wisdom. That's why, like, you get rid out, become causes of wisdom, so you get rid out. And liberation means, let arise thoughts, afflictive emotions, recognize thoughts, afflictive emotions, recognition. First important key is recognition. I have thoughts, afflictive emotions, recognize. Second important is we have to liberate. Liberate, we not apply any solution for that. Recognize is, you recognize thoughts, afflictive emotion, we have to maintain awareness. Just stay in the mind nature, rigpa, maintaining, then thoughts, afflictive emotions release itself. It's called die itself. Okay? And you don't get rid of the thoughts, afflictive emotions. Just release itself, die itself. So they have an example is the snake, long snakes. The knot itself, knot, right? Knot. Yeah. Knot itself, but release itself. You don't have to help them to unknot it. Yeah. So same, when thoughts, afflictive emotions are rising, you don't need rejecting, recognize, and you maintain awareness. Thoughts, afflictive emotions dissolve in the natural states. So that's what we call the thoughts, afflictive emotions release through the wisdom. Then depending which thoughts, afflictive emotion you have. Example, anger arising. When anger arising, you don't try to anything, solution finding, like not generate compassion. The compassion is important, but in that state, no need compassion, okay? We cannot apply. So thoughts, you recognize anger, and then you maintain awareness. Anger release itself, die itself. So that's called mirror-like wisdom. And then jealousy arise. When jealousy arises, you recognize, and you maintain awareness. Jealousy release itself, die itself. So economic wisdom. And then attachment arises. You recognize attachment, maintain your awareness, mindful rigpa. All these attachments dissolve into that rigpa. So release itself there. So that's called disarming wisdom. And then ego arising, you recognize and release itself is called economic, I think, wisdom. Then, ignorance rising, recognize, release itself is called dharma, dharma wisdom. So all these 5 wisdom is associated with these afflictive emotions. And without afflictive emotions, we cannot generate wisdom. So that's why I call, afflictive emotion is a source of great wisdom. And long as you have ability to liberate itself, then it's called wisdom. If we don't liberate itself, then emotion is cannot say causes of wisdom. Emotion become. So that's this Mahamudra Dzogchen instruction, very important key, and we have to liberate. Liberation, rising and liberate. So then, long as you have that, then your afflictive emotions become support for our practice, meditation. So when anger rising, you can apply mindful awareness, rigpa, and you see anger, and then anger release itself in the rigpa, anger dissolve into the rigpa. Anger is create a mirror-like wisdom. So that's the important, we have to know how to liberate. Then today, so here is when we meditate, all this different kind of the, how to say this, experience rising. So all this experience is actually not bad, it's good. But if we don't know how to liberate this experience also, it's become Khenpo. Khenpo is also, obstacle too. So that's why when we have this experience arising, we have to liberate. No fixation attached to this. So that's why here says, when you are maintaining that state, so when you maintaining Rigpa, meditating, at that times you may experience a Vigu and the door state with no thoughts. And so this, another who has very good shamatha meditation, and without vipassana, then also this, this kind of happening for that person, like some shamatha meditator, and then there are no thoughts. They say like in the history, many stories, like some people stay like days and days. They don't recognize feeling the days and the days. It's just only feel one day or maybe 1 hour. That goes like couple of days, and without a hungry. So that's also some has like that, experience too. And then some, like we call Nyenti, is like Buddha's some disciples is went into, Gopa is like dissolution, like all the dissolving the senses, into the, stop all these senses dissolving. And then they don't apply this awareness, then go into that state like long time. Some states eons, they say, And some country they found the, meditator body, and they're kind of alive, but no feelings, and they're being like hundreds of years already. So no days, we destroy environment everywhere digging. They found some bodies. So in the Himalayan regions and some Mongolian area, they found some monks meditating, bodies still alive. So it's already been years, like hundreds of years already. So that is like kind of like this without no thought. Okay, but that no enlightenment. In this one, no thought is no goal. The goal is enlightenment, and you can be stuck in that state too. So if no thought there, then no afflictive emotion, no feelings there, and that's why there's no suffering. Another called peaceful nirvana, but not reach enlightenment because no awareness there. So that's the kind of happening, While at the times you may experience unobstructed states, santhara, with no thoughts, that has the clarity of vipassana. So the point is that missing the vipassana, clarity aspect is not there. In this meditation is have to go to balance. Balance is no thoughts and also clarity, awareness have to go balance. Cannot be go, other way. Some apply too much awareness, clarity. Then that's also incorrect. Some is no awareness, clarity is always like, go to emptiness. That's also incorrect, So that's why the great is like we have to bring these two together. Vipassana and shamatha have to bring together separate. At that time, you may experience states of bliss on which you fix it. Then sometimes, experience a state of bliss on which you fix it. It means like you meditating, then you have fear bliss, and the meditator's fixation to fear bliss. And that's also become obstacle. Fixation is obstacle, fix it. When While at other times you may experience state of bliss, free of such fixation. Sometimes they're free of fixation bliss. Even not free from, this bliss, but you have to liberate bliss. Even no fixation is not enough, another level. It's of course like when we have a bliss, fixation is obstacle. Even no fixation, free from that, but have to liberate. It's another, their experience. So that's why this experience, we don't know if it really comes or not, due to or the individual level, In the individual level, due to individual, the person different, they have like all these conditions are different, like elements, and so yesterday I mentioned, some has like wing elements strong, some is like earth elements strong, some people, fire is more strong. So that's why we don't know which one is person has this, experience. And then experience some like people just don't recognize. No recognizes, I think, you have bliss, but you don't really feel that much. Some people feel very strong. When you have a clarity, some feels like very clear, it's like, they say, like many suns rising. Some clarity means just, when you meditate, everything is very present, clear, kind of like aware everything clearly. So only that's kind of, it's never know what happened. So the point is, whatever comes, the no recognize and release itself. No fixation, no attached to that, no fear bad. Okay? And the positive comes, negative comes, whatever arising, let arise. No rejecting. No accepting, no attached fixation to that. And just recognize, release itself. The goal is maintaining awareness, just maintaining, ripa. And then this all, whatever rising, is called release itself, called liberate itself. So if we don't liberate this itself, then this can be even something positive. If we don't liberate itself, can be obstacle too, change to obstacle. So that's why we have to release itself. Then at that times, you may have various experiences of clarity with the grasping. See? And then many diversity experience. Various, I think it's many diversity, right? Experience comes. Another like clarity with the grasping. Clarity with the grasping. Clarity is fair, like, or is, clear. Mind is very clear. And your meditate is like without any lumps, legs, spaces become very clear. Looks like, even nighttime you meditate without any lumps, any legs, but you can feel like all seeing whole thing clearly your own, where you stay. So that's kind of happening. Experience with the grass. Then people fixation, grasping to that. Oh, this is a Rigpa. Rigpa is not that experience. Rigpa is own nature, and we cannot attach fixation to that. So mainly here is important, is three mentioned. One is no thoughts. Some levels when you meditate, no any thoughts rising. And that is good, but you don't need to think that is realizing, I'm realizing, okay? And no thoughts, and then you have to apply more awareness. Ripa, create more awareness, this clarity part. And then another times, you have a bliss, joy, very, very blessed and joy. So I cannot attach to that. And recognize, maintaining ripa, then the bliss is liberate itself. Another times, like, you have this clarity, and without any, lights and the lamps, that you see all your room is like clear. Something like that happens. It's also cannot attach fixation to that. It's, you meditate, maintaining ripa, it's release itself. So this, we have to go beyond in this. If we don't go beyond this experience takes us to only the highest states, is a samsara. It's called, they have many layers in the samsara state. The God's realms, and we talk about, right now we are in the desire realm. And there has another realm called form realms. It's God's realm. And the God's realm has two differences. Like there's some part belong to desire realm. Some gods belong to desire realm. Some is called form realms. Form realms is like beautiful body, and also powerful, very joyful, and less suffering, very happy, and they also have some samadhi meditation states. So you can reach to in the areas in this if you don't go beyond in this experience. And then another realm is called formless realms. No form, this physical body there. And then there also has 4 different levels of formless realms. And there has different experience in samadhi meditation. This teaching takes us to go beyond this all samsara. So that's why this experience, like we have to go through. And no fixation, no attached to that. Let rising, release itself. Then you can go, through all the God's realms. So then at that time you may have various experience of clarity with grasping. While at other times you may experience a vividly clear that is unsullied and free of grasping. See, free of grasping. All this comes. And then some is in negative fixation already. Some part is not negative, it's positive, kind of free from this, grasping. But still you just recognize, not pay attention to that. And maintain awareness, our mindful awareness, or maintain ripa. Then this all naturally releasing. At the times you may have unpleasant and disturbing experiences. So there's some people get this unpleasant, disturbing experiences, like feeling is not right, not happy, can be very sad. The emotions become more rising, your jealousy is more appear to again, and your attachment is rising, like more you fear, your anger is more rising, you really fear, your anger all the time. This kind of, it comes, disturbing experiences. So that is actually we have, but we don't recognize. What happening is, if we're going to make the example this beautiful temple, first you have to do construction, digging ground, destroying some levels, It's not nice, right? But then you build up, it's very beautiful. So similarly, when you really burden yourself with enlightening qualities, then you have to dealing with the emotions. You cannot run away from that. If you wanted to run away from emotions, then you cannot reach we cannot reach enlightenment. I think we can reach only nirvana, shavaka, this ahat state. So that's why the monks, practice is more like this focus for the ahat level. And you guys go to enlightenment, we go to ahat. So usually people think, okay, monks, nuns, they follow the road, these things like take to enlightenment, but that's not really truth, okay, reality. So that is all, we run away from this desire, afflictive emotions, so we say avoiding these things. But if you're really going to enlightenment, you have to face into that. challenging. And then you use that energy, have to transforming. You don't transforming, then you cannot reach enlightenment. Do you understand? So that's why we have a Hinayana tradition. Means Hinayana is not talking about some like tradition, Sri Lanka something. Hinayana means I want liberate. I don't want facing to all these, negative things. We avoid everything. The causes of afflictive emotion, so we avoid. That's called Hinayana. And you scared the suffering, you fear for suffering, you hope for nirvana, and then you avoid the causes of suffering. So that is called Hinayana. The Mahayana means like more better, like more courage. More courage is, I'm going to look something solution. I don't want to avoid, run away from these negative conditions. I want to looking solution. So that's called Mahayana. Mahayana looking solution, love, compassion, this bodhicitta apply is a solution for afflictive emotions, causes of suffering, found the solution. The Vajrayana, this Dzogchen Mahamudra, use that energy, you don't get rid of it, you take that and use that, create wisdom. So, I share you one example. That's also I wrote in the Learning Buddhism book. I mentioned this three yanas idea. And in the example we have tree here. The tree has poison tree. So Hinayana tradition idea is we have to cut down tree and take everything root and put somewhere else. Otherwise we're going to die. Everyone very scared, fear. So that's the same as like Hinayana means fighting with avoid these causes of suffering, afflictive emotion. Yeah, same as like get rid of the poison tree. And then Mahayana idea is you see the poison tree, say okay, we have to take down this, no good, but you don't have to digging all the way root. Don't have to do that so hard shape. Just boiling water put in the root. This root is going to die. They don't dig everything. Just another solution. Let poison tree die. And they don't use. Let that die. Then let less hard work. That's what is called Mahayana solution. Then poison tree, Vajrayana say, okay, what is like one doctor comes to the doctor say, okay, this is good. I'm looking this, I need this, I can make medicine. So use poison tree, then make medicine. So that is called Vajrayana and the Yadam deity practice. And then Dzogchen Mahamudra idea is you see the poison tree, peacock comes, okay? The peacock, I don't know, this is an example, it's true or not, I don't know, okay? Peacocks eat the poison, become rising all these beautiful colors, feathers come out. The poison never affected to the peacock. Do you know that or no? Yeah, peacock, this feather, yeah? Peacock, yeah, feather. So that's why this feather is very important. Why we use this feather? Another, the peacock is representative, this eat the poison, that transform to, energy, vibrating, right? Okay. So this Dzogchen Mahamudra means use that, create wisdom, shining the wisdom. So anyway, all this idea is like poison can affect it, but first like part is a very danger. Then peacock no danger. Poison is no danger. And they can use that to create wisdom. Do you understand? So that's why we have all these different, practice ideas, different idea practices levels. So here is like we can have this unpleasant, so negative emotions rising. then that's why we cannot rejecting, because we practicing Dzogchen, we cannot rejecting. All the negative feelings rising, we have to recognize, maintaining awareness, Rigpa. So it's called, in this case, we don't need to find many solutions, only one is maintaining Rigpa. You don't have to do any other than that. The best is. Then on the other hand, some teachers recommend to do Vajrasattva practice. So that's also, when you have this negative energy, feelings like obstacles rising, so you really think you need support, then we have to practice Vajrasattva. Because due to this experience, sources of negative emotions. It's, you fighting with the negative emotion. Then we need to practice Vajrasattva. So disturbing experiences. While at other times you may have pleasant and some soothing experiences. So sometimes you have good experience, sometimes bad. And at this time, you may experience extreme disturbing of thoughts, which carries your mind away. See, you feel so much thought rising in another level. Then causing you to lose your meditation. You feel you losing your meditation. While at other times you may experience unclear state of mind because of a failure to distinguish between mental dryness and vivid clarity. So sometimes you have a dullness, sometimes a clarity, sometimes no thoughts, sometimes so much thoughts. So it's always changing, same as ocean, sometimes no any waves, ocean is very calm. Sometimes the ocean is really crazy, so much moving, waves rising. So that's all is called ocean itself is dynamic or exercise. So same is everything is a Rigpa exercise, we call Rigpa exercise, mind Rigpa exercise. And that's why when you have a good experience, no attached to fixation to that, recognize, maintaining Rigpa. And when you have negative experience, no feel bad, no rejecting that, and recognize, maintaining Rigpa. So that's we have to follow, the practice, Adya. Dullness and vivid clarity. This and other experiences come about unpredictably, and to an extent you cannot measure. So then, people has so much cautions when something happens, and wanted to talk, some feel scared, some feel to enjoy, very happy, feel very, it's kind of unusual happens. So that's whatever comes, actually you don't have to ask caution a thing, you don't have to feel bad or too much, exciting something. And the point is you have to know and maintaining Rigpa again. Because this all comes is dissolve itself. So we don't have to transform that, called release itself, die itself. So then it's, release itself is called liberating, then this is rising to the wisdom. If you use a solution, that cannot become liberating itself. No liberating itself, no become no create wisdom. So that's why this experience is good to have. But important is we just recognize, let release itself. And we have to go maintaining. Cannot stop there, Something, sometimes you think I cannot go more than this. Or some people feel I'm enough already. Some people think I can't do because this is so challenging, difficulty. So diversity experience comes individually. You cannot have one. So that's why this is just generally some information here. Cannot put everything in here list, all the experience, We have here, maybe 50 people here right now. So if really go through in this experience, to go really deeper meditation, we all have different experience. We can write a whole one book about that. But this always bring into this mainly three categories. One is you have a bliss, one is you have no thoughts, one is like very clear, kind of like you seeing without any lamps, lights. So that three is mainly the experience. All this diverse experience is subsumed to these three categories. So that's why three only mentioned here. And then some people has so happy and joy, some people really sad, some people very anger, some people really jealousy, some people really attachment, fixation. So this rising, because the reason is we need that, we need to use that to transforming wisdom. So that's very lucky actually rising that normally that all this comes is really bad. The emotion comes is causes of suffering. When you practice time, you challenge this rising is you have the treasure object is rising in front of you, with you, okay? So we have to use that, but many people can't go through that. So that's why it's called Mara of afflictive emotion. So Buddha means conquering, conquer. Jarva, we call Jarva, Tibetan names Jarva. Jarva is like translation to, I think, conqueror, right? Conqueror? Victorious, conqueror. So we have to victorious that, conqueror that, otherwise it cannot be enlightenment. Then we have to enlighten from these afflictive emotions. So it's good, it's the things happening there, but people due to some not enough accumulation merit, and then stop there. So that's the reason say we need accumulation merit, and that's the reason we do do the mandala offerings, accumulation merit. And some this negative feelings are so strong, you're going to stop. That's why we need Vajrasattva practice, purification. So then in this meditation time, we have facing too many these challenges, and we need guru yoga means like you really need support, like strongly your connection to guru and go through this. So that's why all these other practices is support for this meditation reason is, and the Dzogchen or Mahamudra. This and other experience come about unpredictably, okay, and to an extent you cannot measure. Like various are wave produced by the wings of karma and habitual thoughts. See this, we have so many karmic imprint habituate, eons. So that's all is rising. We have to transform that. That's the reason all this, many diversity experience rising, which you have cultivated throughout beginningless time. See, many lifetimes we create this source. So now you really digging and the root is cutting. That's why we have this experience rising. It is as though you are on a long journey. See, we actually long journey, go from example New York to all the way to California, example. You can journey on the way, you can see diversity things. Sometimes you see very beautiful area, sometimes you see very difficult area. Sometimes you have to go up the mountains, crossing, sometimes you have to go down. So sometimes you feel wanted to stay somewhere, it's so beautiful area. Sometimes you wanted to out of the area because logs fear no happy, danger, fear different kind. So point is like there has a good place, you don't stop there. There's a bad place, don't fear bad. Just your journey, And we have to go through that long journey in the long path, during which you visit all sorts of different places. Some of them pleasant, some fraught with danger. But whatever happens, you do not allow it to deter you, and continue on your path. So how to continue on path is maintain awareness. Apply more and more awareness, be in that state, become this experience is like release itself. You go to sometimes like fun house, right? Fun house. Do you remember fun house means like so many created the gods or something in the Hollywood somewhere you go. People really scared inside their go. Some crying when come out. So, there's always like just delusion there, right? So you go through, you recognize, you just keep going, whatever that they're not going to take you away. You don't have to scare them. And you're not going to die. Nothing going to happen. So similarly, we have to go through that. That is the same also Pardo experience too. Then if long as you have meditated Yadam deity, so all this fractioning sources become transformed to the deity's form body. That's another, practice. So this Mahamudra Dzogchen is they don't apply any other things. Only one is maintain awareness Rigpa. So then you can release it, everything is release itself. Then in particular, when you are not yet familiar with this practice, and you have the experience of movement as all manner of thoughts stir in your mind, like a blazing fire, don't become discouraged. So when you meditate, so all these thoughts is rising. In that time, usually normal our beginner people think, I'm not good meditator, I can't meditate because so much thoughts, I can't stop. So that is incorrect. The Dzogchen meditator, when all these thoughts are rising, thoughts also rising, you recognize it's meditating. So you feel all thoughts is coming from Rigpa. It's a Rigpa exercise dynamic called, ocean is moving, it's ocean exercise, or like his, ocean itself rising. And ocean is calm, relaxed, then it's also ocean's dynamic. It's ocean of his nature, ocean is similar. When we have thoughts, when we have calm mind, all is Rigpa energy rising. So movement, when it comes, no try to stop. Just let movement. And calm, stay peaceful, let peaceful, relax, that stay like that. So that's the, mind exercise. Our mind have that, we have to go through that. When you have a movement, your mind don't feel bad. Okay, movement, recognize, let movement. And be relaxed, let be relaxed. So that's all have to go hinder together. One, I think, bring to the practice meditation. As manner of thoughts stir your mind like a blazing fire, don't become discouraged. Maintain the flow of your practice without letting it slip away, and find the right balance. So we have to find the right balance, not just to fixation, attach, or fear, give up anything. Like the point is we need to follow the balance, so that you are neither too tense nor too relaxed. And this also like body and mind both. When you meditate, your body cannot be too tight. Too tight is like You do like this. His eye is painful. And then your body is too tight, very pain, too tight. People does this, some people meditate. It's too tight, okay? Too loose. Like this, yeah, too loose. So that's why I need to balance the body. Body balance is just, align everything, spine. And you push like this, you can heavy here, down there, it's painful. You just up, and then it's much better. How to say this west, right? Carry upper body. And then you have to sit there like this, meditate. Relax. Not too tight, not too loose, balance. Body needs balance. And then when you meditate, the eyes cannot be too tight, otherwise you really hurt your eye. And the looks like close. But you can see things very peacefully, softly open the gates, open. No close, no open like tight. And very softly, gently open eye, meditate. So then mind also, you have to recognize, sometimes your mind is agitated, you're tight. And push, too tight. Sometimes too loose, you go and fall asleep easily. So that's why we need to maintain balance, body and mind. In this way, the more advanced meditative experience, such as attainment, will occur one after another. Then meditation practice has become growing, or is enlightening. The quality is become coming more and shining. Then at this point, investigate. This distinction between the recognition and the non-recognition of Rigpa, between Alaya and the Dharmakaya, and between ordinary awareness and wisdom. So this, have many these meanings. Actually, not much difference. It's recognition, it's called Rigpa. No recognition is Marikpa. It's ignorance. And then, the no recognition is called Kinja, Alaya, but you really recognize it's Dharmakaya, emptiness. And between ordinary awareness and wisdom, so we knowing the emotion, thoughts is wisdom, not knowing is called the ordinary. Through the master's spit instructions, and on the best of your own personal experience, have confidence in the direct introduction you receive. So then you just some levels, we need also investigation is normally no need, but investigating and intellectual. Intellectual, there another core meditation is called intellectual meditation. In this case, we don't apply, but sometimes in this instruction say we need that. How to apply? So you just recognize what is ignorance, what is the Rigpa, and the ignorance is blind, kind of no seeing. Rigpa means seeing clear, knowing truth. And ignorance means delusion. Rigpa means non-duality. So that between Alaya and the Dharmakaya also, Alaya is usually source of samsara. Dharmakaya is the source of enlightenment. And then between ordinary awareness, wisdom. So that's we have to know. And the most important is through the master's Pitta instruction, means through master Pitta instruction. This is a Pitta instruction. So use this instruction. Use this guide. What you have. They have to guide, some teachings. master spiritual instructions, and on the basis of your own personal experience, then you have to follow your own experience with this master's instruction together. So experience, have confidence in the direct introduction you receive from the teaching masters, and when you receive, using that, and then you have to practice maintaining. While you are maintaining this, just as water clears by itself, if you do not stir it, see water clears by itself, we cannot do stir itself. Stir it, otherwise become dirty again. So mind just relax itself, maintain that, practicing, and don't create many agitations, thoughts, or put too hard. Don't apply many different solutions. Just relax mind, let be your normal nature. Then go to the awareness Ripa state. If you try put too hard, you never get into Ripa state. If you don't put effort, also you don't get there too. So that's why it's not easy there, another level. Another is very easy, simple. They are called the too simple, that's why we don't know it. Too easy, that's why we don't understand. And see, our eye is too close, you cannot see your eye. And so Ripa is too close with you, and that's why you don't recognize your Ripa, and not easy. Then another, when you meditate, you feel like, wow, so easy, why I put so much these complications? You feel that. If that comes really good, you get another idea. And then in Western culture is our education, this worldly samsara education, we have to put so much effort organizing, and this is effortlessly unorganized, and rising nature itself is totally different way. So that's why our habituate, or we have this already pattern, karmic imprint, worldly this activity, idea, conceptual, and Ripa is very simple, but we don't know how to be in that state. Just as water clear by itself, you do not stir it. Your ordinary awareness, where subtle in its own nature. See, this is a very beautiful instructions. Your ordinary awareness, where subtle in its own nature. So this our ordinary mind is release itself, go into nature. Same is just ice is become melting into the water itself. Our ordinary mind is the same as ice block. This nature mind is the same as water. So then think about what relationship ice and water. So ice is not the organic truth. The water is truth. Original is water. But then why it become water is ice? Because due to cold weather, cold conditions. Why we are become ordinary beings? Because due to afflictive emotions. So we are not ordinary. Reality truly, Buddha Shakyamuni mentioned every single being is a Buddha. So what is the same is someone see all the ice blocks. Someone say, oh, everything is water. So Buddha say, usually we think, oh, these are ordinary beings, sentient beings. 6 realms, samsara. Buddha say, everyone is Buddha. The reason is because the nature is Buddha. Truth is Buddha. But we're not seeing the truth. We're not seeing the nature. We're seeing only, this fake and the ordinary, not the truth. So that's why we actually ordinary beings right now due to obstacles. So now we settle in its own nature, is go into our own true nature states, it's enlightened states. So you need to focus mainly on the instruction, which clarity know how the true nature of this awareness is naturally a rising wisdom. How the true nature of this awareness is naturally a rising wisdom, so we have to focus on that. Time is, I think we can take break, I think here. Yeah, take break here. And take break is what you want to do, like silence is good, or you want to talk? I think okay, the talk. It looks like you like to talk. Take break, and so when take breaks, and we know when you're ready to come back. No time schedules, but we feel when we're ready to come back.
10 minutes for a while.
So then now we are here is don't analyze with so the point is this statement is like when you meditate, don't analyze my meditation is good or is really nice or no good or I'm still ordinary mind states or all this dharmakaya feel good, I'm very good no, so something like created by your mind analytically. The instruction said don't do that, okay? So then what we have to do is follow by the Guru's instruction, follow by your own experience, through confidently meditate. And don't apply anything like analytically investigating during the meditation. So how to do the maintaining? Maintenance is so you need to focus mainly on the instructions, which clearly how the true nature of this awareness is naturally rising wisdom. And don't analyze with a view to adopting one state and abandoning another thinking. What is this that I am cultivating in meditation? It is ordinary awareness or wisdom. So this kind of idea, like thinking about my meditations are right or wrong, or just you using your mind, creating lots thoughts yourself. The point is like let go of that idea. And when you meditate, it's just resting mind. And if you have so much thoughts going on, then you have to go back to support objects. Support objects, focus with the breath, focus with your body. So long as your mind is be with the breath, then you cannot, analytically thinking about a lot. This idea can stop easily, because the breath, mind connect to that. Breath is always present moments, and then you cannot think about like your meditation right or wrong, or thinking about yesterday, tomorrow. So become present. Nor should you entertain all kinds of speculations based on the understanding you have gained from books. So sometimes like you read the books and then you meditate like, oh, book says this, I have to do that, I have to do that. Too much, you're making yourself organizing. So that's also incorrect. Then just let go of this, intellectual part. Because doing well only serve to obstruct both some samadhi and the vipassana. So the created like become, this agitation, obstacles, obstruct meditation. And then how to then practice meditation in this way, the next section. So this meditation we have to bring two together, vipassana and the shamatha. At some point, the aspect of familiarity or shamatha, which here means settling in an utterly natural way with subtle and continued mindfulness and vipassana. So these two things we have to bring together. Shamatha is mind resting, settled down, settled in its own, releasing thoughts, shamatha meditation. Vipassana have a awareness, recognition, knowing itself is a vipassana. So these two have to, bring together. If shamatha is too strong, vipassana is not enough practice, then your mind is not enough clarity or awareness. So your mind is no thoughts, kind of state that, no without the thoughts state, but no seeing itself. That's why we have to apply shamatha. Then shamatha is too strong. Actually, vipassana is not enough practice. Then your mind become more agitated, move too much. So that's why thoughts more rising, and that's the reason we need a shamatha. And these two have to bring together, which here means the awareness that knows its own nature by itself. We merge together automatically, so this comes together. Meditating and practicing, then this shamatha vipassana comes like naturally, is bring together. When this happens and you gain some stable familiarity with it, so mind become very stable. Reason you have shamatha, mind has awareness, you have a vipassana. Then you come to understand how this samadha, shamatha and the vipassana that are the promoter stillness of the natural state and the clear light of your own nature have always been inseparable. And the naturally arising wisdom that is the core wisdom mind of Dzogchen dawns. So Dzogchen, the Dzogchen, this teaching, Dzogchen is, source is shamatha vipassana together. And the shamatha vipassana meditation comes naturally together. Then the Dzogchen means all this perfect quality or true is rising. Then here says that are the pro-modal stillness of a natural state, and the clear light of your own nature have always been. So that's called Dzogchen, inseparable. And naturally arising wisdom, there's a wisdom mind of Dzogpa Khenpo dawns. There was the instruction for remaining in the equalness, which is like space. So equalness is mind stability and awareness, clarity, all this together equalnessly, then bring the Dzogchen, this realization together. So then next is the glorious Saraha said, and the Saraha is the one of the very important teacher. So Saraha is also Telopa's teacher. And we have here is Dorje Telopa. Telopa has a long lineage and a short connect lineage. So this very short lineage connection, Telopa say, I directly received teaching from Buddha Vajradhara. And that's a very short lineage. So long lineage is Telopa's teacher is Saraha. And so then it go to another teachers to all the way Buddha Shakyamuni. So that's a long lineage way. So Saraha said, having gone beyond thinker and the thinking, go beyond thinker and the thinking. So stop that is not easy. We always have a thinker and the thinking. The meditation, this no duality means we have to go beyond this thinker and the thinking. Then remain like a young child, free of thoughts. So babies, like I think they don't have really thoughts. They don't thinking about yesterday, they don't think about tomorrow, anything. They're always present. I don't know how long that be, maybe like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, kind of some, under 3 years. Could be still like, like mothers knows baby or parents. They don't, you see the baby because parents feel very peaceful, joy. Reason is the baby is always present. They don't create like past, future thoughts. And that's why baby is beautiful. Parents love and you feel, loving and be with the kids is very peaceful, happy. Is the reason is the kids is always be in the present. So that's the thing, same, remain like young child means. Then this become very high realizers, also become young child. Is then they need a lot. How to say? The people who serving them is how to call attendants. Attendants, realizers need attendants. Otherwise, they don't recognize what they're doing. Some say that we don't know. Some realizers, teachers, they don't have any like today, tomorrow, this idea, and they don't thinking about it like always present. So one of the, I don't remember this one teacher name is like there's some attendant says, so you already eat? Oh yeah, I already eat. So they don't need food. Oh, you didn't eat many days. Oh yeah, I didn't eat. So serve food, they can eat anything, whatever offering. And then some attending, I think, play with them, Oh, you didn't eat like something. Oh yeah, I didn't eat. So you already eat. They say, yeah, I already eat. So they also play with the attendants too. Attendant thinking about, they play with the realizers. Realizer also actually delusion for them, They just whatever is for them is like, it's already great. And so there, you can ask them eat many times lunch, they're going to eat. If you never serve lunch many days, they also, I think, they're okay. So that's the kind of like there. Some realizers have that signs. It's become charred, free of thoughts. This is the way to be. He also said, then Saraha said again, focus on the master's words and apply great efforts. So we have to focus on master's words in these instructions. We have to follow that. Then also I'm going to offer you this Genje Mahamudra, this book, and so we have to follow these instructions. When you read this instruction, first become very different, like release a lot, stress out, anxieties, you feel freedom, So first, of course, we need meditation, some levels. And you need some levels you're stable. And then you read these supports, the negative energy, everything's dissolved, released. Very powerful prayer, teaching. So we have to rely on this kind of, master instructions. Introducing you to your Rigpa. There is no doubt that your inherent nature will arise. Then it's no doubt your, true nature is rising. So who has this Dzogchen, Mahamudra teachings and really practicing, everyone can have some, levels of this realization rising, practice benefits. So then, see, many Tibetan masters, when they die, stay in the Togdam meditation. Togdam means not to die is the same as ordinary people. When they die, it's like bodies stay like this, like alive. Some stay like 7 days. Some stay like many months, and some just stay 3 days. So there has a different Tugdam, this like experience meditation. Even some is laid on, but it has in the body has a warm heat, and you have this many different suns when they're passing, die because due to this practice. So that's why Mahamudra Dzogchen meditator, when they die, always have something, suns. So this realization sun and the practice benefit is many normal people has, not like high teachers only, like just normal people, lay people has, many like ordinary, just normal monk, nuns has lots of experience this. One of in Tibet, the retreat center is called Yachin. It's Khenpo Achi monastery. When they're passing nuns and monks, everyone has special sons. In these days, not these sons like we're talking about like many years, something going on. So reason is because someone really practicing in this life, when they die, always have this special sons rising. So that sons is like due to this practice benefit, or there is no drop to see that your inherent nature will rise. As he says, means also Saraha says, the naturally arising wisdom, that is mind's inherent nature. So it's rising. The reason is because it's inherently nature. So long as you think about it, like ice block is put in the good condition, whether like naturally it's going to merge ice water. Ice is going to merge to the water. No caution. Same, like long as we practice in this teaching, so this sun of realization is rising naturally. It's no caution because it's a truth. It's a nature. Then mind's inherent nature, and which has always accompanied your ordinary mind from time immemorial. wisdom that is mind's inherent nature, which has always accompanied, means always there. This nature is always with us, never lost. Your ordinary mind from time immemorial. So then, see, this nature mind is, is always there. So from the immemorial, where dawn, that this is no different from the inherent nature of everything. Everything, and so it is also called genuine clear light of the fundamental nature. Fundamental nature, Nyuma Donjo Usar. So Nyuma Donjo Usar is a genuine clear light of the fundamental nature. It's this genuine clear light of fundamental nature is like, same as like sun is under the clouds. The sun is under the clouds, sun is still there. It's all the qualities there, it's shining, it's fundamentals there, natures. But we don't see the reason is because due to clouds. And then clouds go away, sun is become chance. We see. So actually, with clouds, without clouds, the sun is the same. We have this genuine true nature. It's unbeginningless time until now, never separate with us. So then sometimes we say this is called Yadam deity. Co-emerging Yadam deity means like Yadam means always with us, never separate. If you meditate Chinrezek, that is Chinrezek. If you meditate Tara, this is Tara. That's why called co-emerging wisdom deity. If you meditate Dzogchen, that's a Ripa. If you meditate Mahamudra, that's called the nature true Ripa. No, nature mind. So it's different words, but it's reality is same, one truth, So that's always there, but we don't recognize, we don't see. Then when you recognize seeing, it's called realization. We discover truth, we realize. That's why another teaching talk about, mother luminosity, child luminosity. So they create these two different words. What is called mother luminosity is like this genuine clear light of the fundamental nature is always there. So that's called mother luminosity. When we die, so in the death part, then you fear this genuine clear light of the fundamental nature. You rising, you recognize. It's called mother luminosity. Child luminosity means right now the teacher introducing. You follow this instruction. You meditate, practice. You knowing something yourself. That's called child luminosity. So example like sun is there. So someone never see the sun, say like, oh, sun is today clouds. Actually, sun is there. Someone explain. So you believe, you trust, you practice, you thinking about something. Sun is slowly out of this black clouds, maybe like kind of like little shinings. So you feel something there. So that's called child luminosity. And no, these instructions, teaching, we practice, then you feel something, that's called child luminosity. And always there, never lost, that's called mother luminosity. So if we don't create child luminosity, mother luminosity, no recognition, no knowing. So no, in the Pardo, like death Pardo, is mother luminosity is rising. If we don't practice in this right now, during this lifetime, then we don't recognize mother luminosity. Okay, So right now we practice and meditate, even we know 100% fully realize it. And you feel comfortable, you feel courage, you know how to maintain awareness, you meditate, you have this already habituate, you familiarity ready. And then in the death pardo, mother luminosity rising, you feel that's my meditation. That's it, I'm doing this always. You connect to that. Then you become oneness, like that's why I call child recognize mother. And your meditation, your experience recognize your mother's experience, like mother luminosity is liberation in the pardo. So that's fundamental nature. Jinnu nyuma tongjo sar. So that's we have to maintain this. We have to recognize this. Therefore, this approach of resting in a completely natural state and maintaining. So we have to see. That's why we have to approach this Jinnu nature and resting in a completely natural state and maintaining recognition of your own nature of Rigpa. So we have to maintain and practice like our child luminosity, like own Rigpa. The very essence of mind or the nature of a phenomena is the pit instruction that brings together 100 creature points in one. So then see, so many diversity practice. So Buddha Shakyamuni, he shares like 84,000 Dharma teachings. 84,000 Dharma teachings is lots. We have a kanjo text here, like 100 volumes something. But this is not everything, I think, there. So it's one part of the Buddha's teaching. So these all teachings, how do we bring to oneness? Then we have to maintain the Rigpa. Then all these teachings bring to oneness. So many these rivers, like stream, rivers is into reuniting in the ocean. Similarly, all these teachings into this oneness is maintain the recognition of your own nature of Rigpa, the very essence of mind. Or the nature of a phenomena is the pit instructions. So all these pit instruction teachings that brings together 100 creature points in oneness. So that's why, long as we maintain the Rigpa, then everything, all the practices are in there. So that's the reason someone who knows like meditating Dzogchen, they don't have to do any other than that. When you have an obstacle, when you have emotion, when you have suffering, so only one solution. So just maintain the Rigpa. As long as you maintain the Rigpa together, hundreds of sculptural points is oneness. This is also what you are to maintain continuously. So we have to habituate, we have to use to it. Have to meditate, cultivate again and again. The true measure of your familiarity, then how we know this our practices become growing, go right direction. How do we recognize measurement of your true measure of your familiarity with this is the ability to maintain the state of clear light during sleep. So then you recognize is maintain the state of clear light is during the sleep. Some the good practitioner meditator when they go sleep and maintain awareness in the sleep, so it's called dream yoga. So they can meditate. It's not only daytime. They can maintain this meditation. It's like true in the night sleeping, called maintain during the sleep. Then that means you have a really good already ability. So the sign that you are on the right track can be known through your own experience. So this, maintaining this awareness during the sleep, then that person, the no conscience, 100% going to liberate in the death pardon. So, when we go for sleep, that's exactly the same as death pardon. It's the solution. So when you go for sleep, all the six senses is dissolving. Otherwise, you cannot fall asleep. So death pardon also all these six senses is dissolving, and the elements is dissolving. And when we dissolving six senses, when you go for sleep, and then you have a very short moment, no sleep, not waking state, and between. So then many meditators, also yogis, journey in that, using that journey to Pemasambhava pure lane, Buddha Amitabha pure lane. So it's their create own virtual reality. Many, this Tibetan, the realized master, there has own virtual realities. And the journey to the Pemasambhava pure lane, journey to Buddha Amitabha pure lane, then they can bring these many teachings. So receiving. That's why Buddha Shakyamuni, there no past nirvana. Many who has realized that they can journey through that time. If for sleep, you cannot journey. You wake up, you cannot journey to this, the pure line, or like you cannot go into this different states, realms, because of waking up states is this very strong fixations, and the senses is very strong. That's why you cannot journey. And the fourth sleep is already dissolved. If you have very good high practitioner, is another case. So dream yoga means another level. But this between, transaction, before not wake up, dissolving, no sleep, and between moment there, then you have a clear light. This is genuine nature. Is many be in that state, recognize, and then journey to the pure lanes. Okay, so it's called yogi experience, yogi journey, go to different realms. So receiving teaching or benefit for go to the lower realms to benefit other beings. So when during the daytime, this high level practitioner also cannot go, they have to be with us. They have to babysit us, okay? They're stuck with us. But then before go for sleep and no waking up, that journey, and then goes to different realms. So that's why this another teachings like talk about the lower realm suffering beings, hell realms we don't see, hungry gods we don't see, but this realizers knowing is the reason because they go to that perception idea. Then knowing their suffering. Then they go to like pure line, Buddha Amitabha pure line, they see Buddha Amitabha, and then they see the Chinreze, Vajrapane, all these pure realms there, and they go to Pemasambhava pure line, can receive teachings, instructions, so bring to hear us. So that's all happening that during this transaction time. One of the Drigonkaju lineage, the holders, 18 lineage holder, 18. Right now we call 37. So 18 lineage holder, his name is Rinchen Pinso, Jarwang Rinchen Pinso. He was 13 years old. 13, is a young boy. And he has went to the Ritu White Tara practice. And then he has this journey to all the different realms, states. And he meet all different Buddhas. Wisdom Buddha, long life Buddha, magnetizing, Yidam deity, and Dharma protector. He go to each state, bring all these teachings. He has book composed, it's called Wish Fulfilling Giver. It's very beautiful. So journey. So that's all journey is during that time, that has. So he has many journey, like his experience, many times. One time he went to Pema Sambhava place. So Pema Sambhava told him, your sister bring to me here long time ago, so you come back again. So that means like he went to one time journey to when he was 13 years, another time he 30 something. He went to another time. So then Pema Sambhava told him, you come here long time ago. So that's have many different experiences. That's called realize the yogi's journey. So that's why this Dharma practice teaching is truth. As long as you practice, it's truly benefit anyone. Get realization. You can be certain about your realization come easily, and you will experience a few difficulties. Difficulties, right? Or difficulties like if you really go into this teaching practice, I mean less obstacle, less difficulty to you get experience, realization. You can be certain about how perform and serve this approach. Is if you compare the realization it brings with the realization gain only through great effort in other approaches. So that is like comparing, like Mipham Rinpoche mentioned, long as you follow this Dzogchen instruction, and it's more easy than other practice. Other practice you have put more effort and more go through hardship to gaining realization. In this one, less difficulty, less obstacle, still you can gaining these qualities. So it means like talk about this teaching's quality, benefit. Then as a result of cultivating your mind on naturally clear light, the obscuration of ordinary thinking and the habits it creates will be naturally clear away. So when you maintain this nature, Rigpa, and then naturally our obstacle, negative karma is naturally released, purified. So in this book, Telopas mentioned here, one single light, he mentioned the darkness house, eons being darkness house, one single light can dispel all the eons darkness. So one moment you realize the Mahamudra, and you release eons negative karma and obstacles. So it's true purification. Absolute true Vajrasattva practice is a realization of the Mahamudra Dzogchen. And the two naturally clear away, Sang. And the true aspect of omniscient wisdom will effortlessly unfold J. So J means enlightenment. So we call Buddha is called Sang. Sang means clear away all the obstacles. J means then omniscient wisdom will effortlessly unfold. J. With this, as you search the stronghold of your own primordial nature, the Trikaya will be spontaneously accomplished. Trikaya is, spontaneously rising, means like enlightenment. Trikaya is Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya, all is within us. So Trikaya is not somewhere else. Trikaya is within our own nature, Rigpa. So Trikaya is become rising. Then perform Gaya Samaya. So now it's finished this teaching. This perform instruction was written by Mipham Jampal Dorje on the 12th day of the second month in the fire horse year 1906. So like 100 years ago, like 120 years ago. See, some the previous Dzogchen Rinpoche, he was baby, he was young, so he see the Mipham Rinpoche. I heard that. I think it's true because he's like maybe 90s. He passed away. So Mipham was that time. He was there. So like right now, someone is very old people there. When they was young, already meet Mipham Rinpoche. So then, for the benefit of village yogis and others who are not able to exert themselves too much in study and contemplation, still wish to take the very essence of mind into experience through practice, it has been set out in language that is easy to understand, in accordance with the experiential guidance of many old realization masters, virtue Mangalam. So the Mipham Rinpoche, he focused for this village yogis and others, means like then someone, just not background Dharma education and normal for lay practitioner. He focused this teaching for them. Then who has these instructions, they can be realized. So now I do the transmission. Do ding bolam je lo sing zo zo je dama me sa me jo zo lama dan je para ji sama la san zo lo de san je ma je me ki para me nga lo je sing mo chung ye chong nga par mo je zai chung e ren sa la chi de sa lam the de yang rang ge sem de ram zo chi am zam bar ja ne de ngang de tem ba jung chang wa de se ta nyum lo ma de je shi ba men na to me wa jen jong de la de shi dan de shi je lam do kan ya ma ji be se na ti cha ne lama da ge ma ri par me do ban do Te London and the Ying Zong Namaji and Nomadi Jeming, Tajela Nebadan, Chesambar Name, Tamar Tanjita, the Yin, the King and Tamar the Rangar de Baying. Rangar de Bayan, Yartam, then Ravalatin, and Tin, Mato Yishi, Rango, Ripi, Majavat and Dagum, Jamayan, the Gemole, Chiantemi, Tomeva, the Gamarin, Travaji, Sombajan, no, the Raja, Madi, Manjiba, Shibatomeva, and Rasam Genu, and the Dojin, Mazama, Doge, Konola, Paja, the Benjamin, Travel Santa Levanakata, Namba. Nyungza Nyuzi, Nimi, Ranga, Kodajun, and Delegin, Madonia Basona, Della, some Jews in the Dragon Army, and Tadara Juda, Numo, Zarda, Ribashi, Tajo, Derangon, Rube, Javamik, Tomeva, Mipana, Nalambecham, Nang, Tomata, Rangasim, Chine, Lang, Ijibeso, Rangasim, Jini, Lang, Ijibes on the Maragonga, Bomjibe, Mengachi, Sao, De Daradose, De Daverangi. Pabji Yenin Ebe Jijin Jen de Mazeba, this on your bonjour meba in Beshi Jen de Legend and Jurbe, Sem Shi Savadar Samya Yobama Meso, Namamin Tomeva de la Judami Jan Juma Shibe, Kodama Jubayin, La Ripungola Judami Jan Jumeji Tola de Son Juba Kota Jubayin Mimita, then Ye Jude Maser Cheve, Kinja Dan Chige Yevayan, then Deso. Tena Tamarja Shiba Shibada Yela Mezeba, the Jubata Sola Yanda, Yin Yube Daton. Daton Ten Paje Nengi Parsena Samochi Gom Gonam Yepanjoro, Semo Rama de Ja Rama Semora, Semo Nante Rama Jase Kache Sarzan Raizan Junjers de Yishi Salon Yambangan de Yoga Jig, Dong Chamewa Shiba, Tong Soma Tavala Sem Zenja. Sem Zenjan den Yiga Yishi Cha Song Zen Yamla Shimba Yimbe de Sarwadan Sarwan Zengin, Umadan Domban Zengin Shiba Ten Zenji Jun Rengewati, Pabla Tene Zong Zen de Shimba Namshi Tembong Song de Jin Chirewa Sardon Tabi, Travarama Kota Chu de Sangdang Sangeva Sona de la Ringo Shiba Mendo de Zimba Jin Yamji Shumba da Traver Yishi Jimbar Shawa Inon de la Super Travaju Mengaji Sao. Tejen Yuju Jamje Pumba Nazo Dan Travaripande, never Tavachine Rama, Ransajukuning Simbarsa, or Ripeshide, Shiba Zamje Majope taking under Combe, Nature Thing, Shiba Rama Jap, Tenjuma Mochunga Karje, Darchandi Richi, Maybe Motolombo, Lamdong and Anjamaton, Medosanda, Redeniam Shimba, Redenia Shini, Shimi, Rinazo Sarniam Zimbajin, Rindansan Yomin Zingari, Sumyam Dobarin, Jamyam, you Rinam Dochis of Chevas and Dang Gomtorwarin. Temdang Masi Penyoba Chin So Tomini Gomben Amdodan Le Long Balam Naso Nipadan saison me paranjone lam ring borjobe desert naso jenen tongwadan rave kanshar chinzeng me par ranlam cha lapar magombe de nam do naso me tam barwa yowe nyamje desate masum parse de dimlo temple juma chip juma tangwara chang be tobaso je nyam smata remjen jongo Remjen jongo derdi che ripada marai baki yadan che ga nap che dan ye che par lame me nga ga nyam nyong de ning ro ba ding de sen de chung de chma go nan da ma ta ra nap che ran sa ya be de chen ye yi shin ran song de sa ba me nga so sa ge je da ge gom jen de nap che sang yi shi kang yi she pa lam ma che ra me pa lang ge che ra tan pe che ko to gun don ro pe ma za de den she la ge ni ga chung se de par jo ro ra wang jo be chen be jun den be Sine jo komcha dan rango rasar de shibe lamtong rasho jin de bezo de komba tempo so na rawo yene da ranje o sar ji sine yene yerme ba she ba ranzong yi shi zo ba je me komba je wan je ron de nang ka da nyam ba nyela ne be me nga ko de da ra yang par sara he samna samsarab da pa ne sami ba jong zor de ne za shen shi yak da dan lam song la dim de ram be na shi ri ba ngo de be me nga da de ba se na lin je je ba nyo de so me je do ne rang ge sam dan lin je je ba sam je je ne ri ba ranzong yi shi Jongde de ne chicken je chin na ta de me ba nyu ma dong je ho sar yang yin no de na ra ya ba da ra ngo she pe ri ban sam je ngo wo chin ye chang sar de ne ja chin de je me nga yin jun de chung ya de yin Gom ba chen ne se mo sar jen za yang da ba lam yin lang da ba lam yin ta ne de ba yin je shi yin je shi ra ran shok jen per we to de chen se chung an ne rang ge nyam so nyu we she sap je nyu wan ne shin de be zong jen bo de ben dan yin la shu ba Nam da to se dong be ngi ba yin no ran san wo sar gong ban de ba to jan de den ge nam do dan de ba kya je zhe ba rang san chen chen ni zong me de jin ne dong me den zai se de ko song hen je zhe ba yin no Samong ya samaya rabzi me da dawa ni be se dawa ni chi chu ni la te sang pa je me ji mu zong jang sim ngo nyam nin do be zhong ha so je je de do den gen bo par je nyam nyong ma zhe chi chi ge ko de wa dan dong be dang ba sam mo ma phan Jampal Dorje ko ba ge wa sa wa mangala So then I also do this Genje Mahamudra transmission. Saja Chimbe Menga Kankama Yozo, Jagrage, the Mahamara, the Jababu, the Saja Chimbe Menga Parlin Jibala Sanzelo, Saja Chimbo in the Meja Jakawaji, Lamalaga, Dongazo, the Nodina Roba, the Jujin, Landa, the Sejon, Chila Lake, the Damata, the Malam Jamada. Malanjimatona, you might then Najawaji, the Savana, Goyajan, the Vakula, Jibana, Tokomago, the Mengalani Barji, Domino, Saja Chimoto, Kovachin, the Domino, Hajis, Himobeton, Himodelo, on the Toma, the Savage Samitoma, Londe Summit on the Tom Narasa, Repachi, Tobato, and Nazan, Navaga, Mazara, Palamina, Saja Chimoto, Penachi, Yoshen Yarga, Londa, Jesarje, Yaga, Londa, Trumonga, Benaga, Baton, the Sabamibaya, Domejik, Membezona, the Generas, Osaka, Kabasaba, Carpar, Sabe, Dictamalis, Lomicho, Dolomina, Longa, Nezon, Bajo, Labor, Datan, Simsing, the Maya, Ripan, Lamane, Parta, Jumpen, and Amgajan, Tas, and Tata, with and Zimbanga, Barjo. The Yisem Jesem Latas and Andoso, Gasim, Yaran, Open, Salon, and Nakade, Kayasome, Kayan, Evame, the Jesem, Sotoso, Rasano, Balade, Bananga, Kado Yelende, Canada, came in Jerwame, the Generans and Kado Yelende, the Kanachi, came in Japan, Sardanian, Himbo, the Kabato, Germany. The Generans and Himbo, the Kabanko, Department is open and Nakato Barata, Janaka, and the Raju made the Generans, was a Juja, the Dajime, Penanakan, the Jesem, the Generans and Sakin, then your name, Majimanga, Lula, Joching, Walu, Joa, the Some, the Sam Jeran, Namkana, Chinamale, the Mandi villages, I know Tavardo, Naga, Najuma, Chana, Yelamazela, the Chila, the Lanimo, when you don't listen and get the Samuel, the Yamabalola, Jasana, Somina, the La Comella Misanjo, maybe you may send your Anjisa, Dubella Misanjana, Gome, Gombella, Misanjo, those the Jaboyan, Yomana, Jaboyan, Somina, Jubayan, the Jerkin, Bajosa, Yamjim, Zajim, Nimbo, Navarana, Lojana, Mamta, Yondota, Jarbonjo, Mimit, the young Gomba, Jabojo, Samira, Nejo, Jabojo, Remiran, and Deva Jabojoin, Lenny Dambojo, Chodana, Barda, Joga, Jabata, Machiti, Mount has another Paraseman, the Wadino, Sojin, Jaran, Sajimotomo, message in Ukinata, Razon Ranji, Choya, Patanda, Yosa, Manton, Oberson, Don Dasa, Don Yaman, Don Mansana, Namsenya, Member, Domination, and Talamana, the Nuchina Malin, the one you to the Yunan Coveson, Don Yamari, the Desert, and Domichi, to the Member was Lombana Coverage, without the Chevers and Sodom, Mazun, don't have to do the material capacities and Lacho Baranza, or Legat in the Legat in the Don Yishin, the Shiras and Lamnobarjo, the Digital Ramadan, the Lila Chavas, the Telashe, the Shimi, the Don Yishin, Jasaran, Takamiji, Data Jet, and the Sanit of Jasingeratimo, Mudunyo, don't Chola, Yosaja, the Rocker, the Hilan, the Barjo, the Lo, Jetelo, and Aropa, Chok, and the Sumba Zosa Mangala. So nam de dom je se ba ni to no ni ba do no ba se de ji kan no je ba long do ba Zig ben so len do wa shu ye mo ba we je dan je ba dan gan da mo de yang de yin de da gan je ji sa da lo jin ge wan da tam je ra de mo San Chiu Sam Chiu Rong Po Che Ma Chi Pa Na Chi 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 Pa Nyam Pa Me Pa Yang Kong Ni Kong Den Pe Wa Ra Chiu Lama Kun Kan San La So Wan Chiu De Ke Se Ren La So Wan Tele Tar Yin Je La So Wan Lama Dan Ra Wa Me Pa Ra Sing Je Lo Okay, so now I want to offer you this book and so maybe can you passing? What is that? All right, then second. Okay, so we can do that then. So now you have any questions? So now we can discussion.
Any question?
Discussion time. Yes.
You mentioned about the sleep and awakening, right?
Yes.